Aberystwyth, 25th January, 1847. Honourable Sirs, with the greatest humility I beg leave to state that I am a native of Llanidlos, about 27 miles from this town, but have resided here 15 years, and in consequence of the advanced ages of my wife and myself, added to infirmity, myself 76 and wife 74, that I have been under the necessity to apply for parochial relief, outdoor parish relief, which was granted from the former place of 2 shillings and 6 pence per week, and which we received regularly until within this 3 months, when it ceased, and observed that our parish was here, and whenever we make an application, we are ordered to the poorhouse. My wife is a cripple, and myself too infirm to follow my usual occupation. That of a sawyer saws timber for a living, and at an average don't get above 2 shillings a week. After considering this, I humbly implore your lordships will have the humanity to intercede in our behalf by allowing us to receive the 2 shillings and 6 pence as usual, and hope the giver of all good will be amply reward. And I am, Honourable Sirs, your poor and humble petitioner, David Jenkins, Sawyer, Boathouse No. 24, Aberystwyth, Cardiganshire. To the Honourable the Poor Law Commissioners.
Altrincham, July the 10th, 1858. I am John Hankerson, pauper who belongs to the township of Timperley near Elthringham, and also belongs to Knutsford Workhouse. Honourable Sir, I mean to inform your Honourable Secretary that I was badly used by hard labour and tyranny. Cruel hard treatment used me in abrupt, rough manner. I belong to Timperley, but Knutsford was our union workhouse. I have been a hand-loom weaver. Poverty compelled me, so I had to go to the house. I am 64 years of age, my wife 63, Catherine Hankerson. Honourable Sir, I have been 3 times. After trying it, I had rheumatic pains, and when I could not work, the Summoner workhouse officials sent me to prison for hard labour for 21 days. They made out that I could work, and the governor took me to the doctor, who made out that there was nothing the matter with me. But, Honourable Sir, I felt the pains, and the governor did not. For the pauper allowance, food allowance I am letting your honour knows, I got always a pint of tea, pound and half potatoes for breakfast. For dinner, 3 gills measures of skilly thin porridge or soup. For supper, 6½ ounces of bread. For infirm sick men, 7 ounces of sugar in the week, and an ounce tea, 5 ounces of butter. This allowance we do not get. I can prove to it since Mr. Lloyd died. Paupers are used with all cruelty. I am stating all correct to your Honourable Secretary, hoping that your Honourable would understand my ill treatment between workhouse and prison. Direct answer to John Hankerson, Howard Street, Gordon's Court, Stockport Brinksway. I, John Hankerson, will answer for this and witness it when called for.
Hope Hall, Manchester, July 7th, 1835. Dear Sirs, you may possibly recollect that in the latter end of the month of May, I had some consultation with you respecting the removal of some families from my parish, Cranfield, Bedfordshire, to this county, and upon my arrival at home, I found a letter of introduction here to proceed. I forthwith made an arrangement with the officers to send 4 families down to Mr. Arkwright's mills at Mellor near Stockport. I selected good labourers with children, and last Friday I went to Mellor to see how they went on. My brother-in-law, who lives there and manages a property there, gives me most satisfying account, and the labourers seem delighted beyond expectation at their change of residence. They earn, that is their families, 3 times as much as they did in Bedfordshire, under half the advantage of fuel at 4 pence per cwt. I have made a further arrangement to send 12 more strong boys and girls, and shall this day be introduced to several of the spinners from Staley Bridge, and amongst them Mr. Thomas Ashton from Hyde. And he seems to take the soundest view of the system of migration that I have met with. He says that unless someone is placed in Manchester to make inquiries who may want hands, and when the hands come from the agricultural districts, they have someone to apply to. He concedes it to be impossible for many hands to be sent. They are wanted and must be had. And if the agricultural districts will act, send them. I therefore, with all due submission by man, to suppose the prosperity of your taking this matter into your consideration, as some labourers were sent from Buckinghamshire in a most deplorable condition. If this is too often repeated, migration will be partially impeded. I shall remain here until Tuesday. If you can spare any time to write, I would like to have your sentiments. Parishes in Bedfordshire are willing to send their surplus, and the spinners are willing to take them. But unless something is done by way of arrangement between the parties, much evil may arise. In my own neighbourhood, I have decided that they will only send respectable families. The transit from us here is little more than 3 days by boat, and the expense not great. I have long known this county, and I think that trade of all kinds must increase, and this scheme of migration, if well conducted, must prove highly beneficial. Hoping you will accept the trouble I have given you. Obedient servant, yours most faithfully, James Beard.
Union Axminster, Devon. Gentlemen, open your eyes and look into the affairs of this union and others to see how the poor are served, and how much tobacco are they allowed. Sometimes they have half an ounce when the master chooses to give them any, and lunch the same. Is this allowed? The food is not weighed and measured, and sometimes like pig's wash. A drop of water to drink from the furnace, along with bread and cheese and adulterated with American potash or something else, for it binds any person up for days, causes constipation, and then hand was to free it from the body like corks. The doctor is not much good, die or live. It is better to have a butcher. Why should not the officers of the house change as well as the guardians? No person can apply to go on the board unless the master or officer chooses to let them too. Why not do away with the unions and let every parish maintain its own poor, and send the children to a charity school? It would be a great deal better than the present time. Open your eyes and judge for yourselves. It is cold, day and night within those unsightly holes. Workhouses in the winter time, not allowed to light a fire in the day ward until 4 o'clock, unless altered, in the afternoon, and not allowed to go on leave, or seek for work, unless they choose to let them to by the master or officer. What is the law respecting this? It is shameful how the poor are ill-treated. The rich will have to turn out their pockets, for they can't carry anything with them when they die. If any person speaks about anything, he or she is marked and kept down like a dog. All this is true, so help my God. I am yours truly, gentlemen, a pauper.